We are now joined by head coach of Hofstra University, Krista Kilburn-Staveski, and student athletes Shantae Evans, Nicole Capurso, and Kate Lepore. Coach, could you please make an opening statement?
Yeah, first, I definitely want to thank the CAA for having our first ever for me, and I think only one other time, right? Having a tournament in an off-campus site. So for me, it brings back great memories, and I think obviously the hotel, and it's just a great experience for the players, and having the background that I have playing, you want them to have that kind of scenario, and they're getting it, and I thanks a lot. And according to the game today, it was a great hard fight by William & Mary. We knew they were going to come out fighting, and utmost respect for Deb and her team, and but I'm certainly glad we're the victor here. Thank you. Well, I mean, we got beat by one rebound last time we played them. First time, I think it was close. They probably think they might have nudged us, got us, by a few the first time. So, but our main focus during this tournament is to control the things we can control, and that's one of them. And we know that's one of our weaknesses, and so I was very happy with that stat, probably better than anything else, because that's what we have to control for this tournament.
It was a little bit frustrating, just for like a second. Then my team, were just scoring, so I got over it. So if I'm helping my team score, leaving an open man open, and you're just scoring, so I'm just fine with it. So it's played in our hand. No, it just wasn't falling. But I always wonder, why can't me and Nick both hit, make shots the same game? It's either I hit it or she does. I think, what was it, one other time?
Yeah,
like there was one time the whole season. So I wonder if me and Nick both hit it, score would probably be like 100 to something.
True.
Yeah, well, that's the X factor. After we beat William & Mary at William & Mary about a week ago, first thing out of my mouth was that everybody needs to expect to play. We know what we have to do to win 4 days in a row. I think one of the best stats for Shantae tonight was this is the lowest minutes she's played all season. So that was our goal. We didn't tell them that's our goal for the game today, but and for to have that many days to play at the competition, the level we got to play, it's huge. So that's important.
I mean, well, I saw the double team on Tay, and then Kate came out and missed a few, and I knew I just had to put the ball in the basket somehow. So I mean, if that get into the basket and finish in that way, and then that gets my confidence up, and then my shot feels better. So I mean, you don't come out and say like today I'm going to shoot 9 for 15, but I think in the flow of the game, I knew that's what I had to do today for my team to win and advance.
Well, I mean, that's a good question to ask him. The beginning, we had little stars in our eyes, I think, and it's a new place, new surrounding. You just played this team. This is the third time, and, any kind of variable you can think of how it starts out. But the fact we stayed composed, and again, kind of going back to the initial statement about, controlling what we can control. Every time out, we were just saying, the coach was telling them just to, relax and be confident. It's how you're responding to the things that they have been doing to us each time they played us. So, but we started off, I think we had 12 turnovers in the first 12 minutes, right? I mean, it was crazy. It was that was very uncharacteristic of us. Also, even not being able to break a press. I mean, we've been able to break presses all year long. So it was really how we were responding, and once we kind of crawled out of the sand a little bit with that, and then folks came in like Anma, like you were saying, the X factor people, and that's what everybody's got to expect to play. And that was just my point I've been making for the last week and a half. And that's how we're going to win a tournament. It's the people that, you are not expecting, to come in and have big games. Annie Payton, Isokan giving great minutes. That's how you, cut folks deep, and that's what we got to do to last 3 more days here. Oh, I mean, exactly, and that is, that is the mark of your upperclassmen. That's what they're, they know they've been through this rodeo. No offense, but they have rodeos here, but it's not their first rodeo. and it's not. And just like anything, that's what's so great about these two players, that like there hasn't, and everybody wants to do well, and they're going to both play well together at one time. And when we do that, that's going to be at the championship game. I mean, that's when you have all the cylinders running. And I've been down that road before as a player, as a coach in high school. And I remember I had 4 players like score 20 points when we won our state championship game, and everything just came together all at once. And that's what you strive for, and have a perfect 40 minutes. And so if we can keep playing better, each game. But Nicole, you stay by her side. It's been up and down at sometimes, and that's the way it is when you're a junior and you're the marked person too. People are going to challenge you. She's been challenged all year long by opponents, but also the mark of a heady player like herself is like she's going to battle through it. She's going to play. She's going to be on the floor, whether she's starting or not starting. Not many people will be able to not start somebody of this caliber. Whether Kate's not starting or Nick's not starting. I mean, you got some of the best 6th and 7th men in the country, right there percentage-wise. So, but your mark of your upperclassmen come tournament time, that's what they're supposed to do. They've been down this road before, and very proud of her. We needed it, and we talked about that too. You don't know who's going to score the points. We know that everybody's ready, and everybody's ready to score those points, and we're going to get looks. But that's the mark of a great team too, is that we can distribute the ball, and people have different nights, and we're also not selfish. So just because Kate's not having a good night, she's not going to shoot the ball 26 times. So make her have a good night, because she knows people can carry her back. We all got to rebound. We all got to defend. We got to stop the ball in transition. That's what we got to do the rest of the way here. Yes, Kurt. Wow. It's funny because, we switched defenses. That helped, and it's not something that we worked on a ton. And so I was very proud of them, because that made the difference in the game. And then actually, even Shantae came out, and then we pushed the lead to 10, if you recall. And I actually talked about that after the game. I mean, I think they, it wasn't really even coming from me, but they know they want to get Tay involved. Obviously, we're successful when Tay's involved, But I think they kind of just let the game come to us instead of trying to force it. So it's kind of a twofold thing. I think the defensive shift changed. We got a lot of rebounds there. It really kind of stifled them. They couldn't run that isolation play. They like to isolate everything, and they like to isolate on mismatches and things like that. So that helped. And then I think they started sharing the basketball. They were really attacking their defense. They were breaking down. We're well conditioned. We're very well conditioned. So, our goal is we don't want to hang around and beat people in the last 4 minutes. I'd like to beat them a little sooner. But especially down this stretch with good teams. But we definitely, I think we maintained our conditioning too as well. So it was like 3 different variables when it separated there. But it was a 10-point lead, and we stretched, and then we subbed Tay back in, and then it went from there. Yes.
They called a timeout.
Yeah.
After you had 2 quick buckets.
Okay. Yeah, it was like 62, 52. Yeah. Yeah.
And you came out, it seemed to me that defensively your
Right.
mindset was changed.
Yeah, it was. It was. So it was that whole stretch, the stretch that got us to 10, and then from that 10-point on. Ouch. Break that ring. Be the 50th ring of the season. Yeah.
Coach, you just talked about Jimmy Williams coming into one next week.
Oh, I mean, you know how they're going to come at you, and I think that proved, to these guys, and they fought really hard. They've been playing well the last few games of their season, just not getting a reward out of it, and so I mean we didn't expect anything less, and I think that's why we stayed composed. Is like we feel very confident, and a different body language that this team's dealing with right now. Not the same team we were a month ago, not the same team we were even 3 weeks ago. So how we respond to the things that are happening to us on the floor, we're not losing our wits or losing our confidence. So, but yeah, kudos to them. They're going to come out swinging.
You guys had that 10-point lead in the second half. Remember, get your foot off the gas to some of the championship pace in the league. Was there ever a thought of what Mary did 2 years ago when she came back? I just wanted to make sure it wasn't close up again.
I think we all, like the younger kids don't know about it. Tay doesn't even know about it. I was a freshman. So, me, Candace, we kind of looked at each other at one point, like later on in the game. But, you always have that in the back of your mind. But, they're a basketball team, and we've watched a lot of film on them. We've played them twice. We know what they're capable of doing. And especially, they have good kids. Taysha Pye can go off, and she can have 30 any day she wants. And, we obviously did a good job, stopping her and working on our game plan for that, but you can't let shooters get hot. We were in the zone, and we had to stay worried about their shooters. And no matter who you play, they can always come back on a rant. So for us to experience that, I think it was a little more real, but we weren't really talking about.
Well, at 3 minutes and 46 seconds, Nick wanted to sub herself back in, but So you're actually being nice over there. No. But sometimes they get squirrels in their head like that. I don't. It's like new year, new team, new thing. You're always trying to stay confident with them about, like, don't let the demons come in your head. And, because it's a different year, it's a different time, you're a different team, you run a different offense, and you're doing so many things different. So, but sometimes they do get like that. And I think that 3-minute mark.
Something like
they
that
did.
happens that crushed our world that year, so how could you not forget that? And,
Yeah.
you don't want to repeat that, so.
But we got it out of our system
Yeah.
last year, first game, too. So.
Maybe Shante, first year for you guys, Coach Shante at the beginning, but neutral site, off campus site. Just talk about the different feel this year has opposed to the last 2 years.
It's definitely a different feeling, I can speak for Nick, but we're happy that it's in a neutral site, not like somebody has home court advantage. So everyone coming in, every team has to come in here and, get a feel from the court, like same as we do, get the feel from the rim like they never shot before. So definitely is good.
Yeah, I think being away, staying in a hotel, having hotel breakfast, that's a big thing. It's nice, but it's a lot. It's a big change from, getting up in your dorm every day and doing that routine, being at home, and then going to the gym, walking to your gym, which most, campuses are able to. So I think that's a big deal for everybody to be on the road, everybody to be away, even, teams like Towson that are close, just everyone's away and not in their comfort zone, and it makes playing field a little more even.
Well, such a good free throw shooting team. You gave them a much more time. How big is that versus when you're under time than you need to have more time than you're finishing free throws?
Oh, yeah, because that means that we're actually attacking and running our offense well, and that's a pretty big indicator of how we're sharing the ball and everything. And, we shoot a lot of free throws in practice. We try, all different ways, and we have good days and bad days, and it really comes down to their mental focus. And, Shante is really, to me, turned the page free throw-wise. What is she? She's 20, yeah. I don't wanna
22
speak
for
that. Yeah,
22.
yeah. So, anyway, so, these guys have personal goals they set for themselves. And it's fun to watch them achieving their goals, their personal goals, and their individual goals, as well as our team goals. And but we know that's between the years too. Mechanically, you know how to shoot a free throw. It's just the time and situation. And we do things in the beginning of the year. It's harder toward the end of the year because we don't want to run them and kill them anymore. So but we play games where they can pick people on their team, and we do a lot of 1st to 7 made in a row. And I think that change has helped us. I think, don't you guys? That's a different change from last year. So we actually play more games and have more competition on free throw instead of having like negative punishment from them as well.
Yeah,
So-
we don't like to run lines.
We ran lines 2 days ago, but we won't talk about that.
Well, thank you guys, and congratulations on your first round win.
Thank you.
Thanks.